Hey everyone, it's James with geometricharts.com. It's August 17th, about 5:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. So first of all, the video is not investment advice and for educational purposes only. Second of all, I just want to talk about the overall trend real quick before I dive into the numbers and the more micro picture. That way kind of everything makes sense for everybody, especially if you're new. So we do have a series of lower highs and lower lows in Bitcoin. So we are in a bear market. We've seen how the alts got crushed. The alts have all broken again to newer lows for the year. I think there's only one of them that has not, and I think that might be EOS, but I'd have to go back and confirm that. But either way, a lot of the alts have been absolutely wrecked, and they were getting wrecked all the way back in here as Bitcoin started to trek higher. And then as Bitcoin fell off a cliff, it just exacerbated the move to the downside in the alts. So on Wednesday's video, I talked about Bitcoin getting ready to bear flag. We can now see a relief rally starting across the board. We've had some violent whips up and down in this area. Again, this price action is whipping investors around like a washing machine. I'm pretty sure I used that same terminology during Wednesday night's video. I do anticipate this bear flag continuing into the weekend, more than likely into early or mid next week, and then from there continuing its path downward. The reason why is because after these pops occurred, we had downside movement that basically erased the entire move, and also the movement to the downside has been more elongated than the run to the upside. So therefore, this run, I would have to assume, based on history, that price is going to continue moving downward, and this would be the third iteration of it. So the only thing that would change my analysis is if instead of bear flagging, we start to base out more like this over the next week or two. If that starts to happen, then I'll start to get a little more bullish on Bitcoin. But other than that, I'm a short-term, less than 1 week bull on Bitcoin, and after that, I am bearish again. So I do not think this is going to be the bottom for Bitcoin, and I do not think Bitcoin's going to rocket to the moon, eclipse this high, and go much higher like, some crazy person like Tom Lee is saying, or John McAfee out there. Again, I think this process is going to take a lot of time that a lot of people are not accounting for. Very few people are even going to talk about it, if anyone is going to talk about it, because it does not sell to talk about time. People do not want to be patient. People want things fast. And that's unfortunately the way the retail traders are, and big money preys on that. They take advantage of it in multiple markets, and they beat the hell out of the retail traders time and time again. So anyways, talk about some of the numbers down here as we're in that bear flag. I think that during this bear flag process, we'll probably reach up somewhere toward this knuckle area. If Bitcoin starts to exceed about the 7,000, 7,100 zone and we stay trading above it, that obviously changes the dynamic of this trade, but that would take a pretty big movement. If we start whipping up and down, creating a bear flag, which is just a series of higher highs and higher lows, then I definitely believe we are going to topple back downward. The question is, at that point, if we topple over before or at that 7,000 range, the question is, does Bitcoin hold above 58.58 on Bitfinex, which I'm sure it's very close to 58.50 on Binance. So if it's able to hold above this area, then that's it. We're just going to kind of flounder around and build out our base. If we smash through that area, I definitely think we're going to smash through 57.50, and then on top of that, we are going to migrate our way into the low to mid 5,000 range. If the low to mid 5,000 range gets taken out, I think it could be possibly down to about the 43, 4,400 area to try to find buyers yet once again. But that area is kind of fantasy land right now, right? So we got to fixate. I'm just going to stay focused on 58.58, 58.50, and then from there 57.50. Those are my two bottom zones. Those are the zones I'm watching. I'm not going to try to get crazy or googly-eyed over fantasy numbers down below or even up above. So again, I highly doubt the bear flag is going to get too far ahead. We've already had a lot of volatility, pretty big move across the board. I mean, we got EOS up 21%, Neo 25%, Ripple 20%. The alts are making monster moves to the upside, but the alts also made monster moves to the downside starting here while Bitcoin continued higher. And then as Bitcoin toppled over, it just completely shredded these alts. And again, they're just now trying to relieve some of this pressure finally. I've been looking for that for quite some time, and here we are doing that at the moment, but I do think there's more downside unless we go more horizontal. If that starts to happen, that changes the whole dynamic, that changes this analysis, that changes everything. So anyways, that's it for tonight. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Again, a bear flag formation and then a topple over from there. Short-term bull, longer-term bear. Longer-term bear is only a few months. It's nothing crazy in Bitcoin. Not that I think it's the demise of Bitcoin and the whole market's going to go to zero or any crazy thing like that. I just think that we have further downside based on what's happened in the past in Bitcoin. So if you do like the video, you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, follow. If you're interested in becoming a subscriber, you can check out my charts at geometriccharts.com. I mean, my subscription at geometriccharts.com. And there I cover Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, EOS, NEO, Ripple, ADA, IOTA, Bitcoin Cash, and a few others as well, stocks and commodities. That's not a dinosaur in the background. That's my 3-year-old son. But I do morning and night analysis, videos, and chart updates as well. So you can check out my site, geometriccharts.com. Other than that, I'll talk to everybody on Monday. Hope you have a great day, great night, depending on where you are in the world, and a great weekend.